Hello everyone, this is Ice Ring Cloud here. Today I will be showing you how to make a Chinese ramen style sort of restaurant inside Minecraft. Now, this right here is my survival this right here is a survival server that my friend made. And I'm actually kind of proud of this. I did all of this in survival mode, including the banners and even the lanterns. Everything here is in survival mode. And yeah, I'm actually kind of proud of myself for this. And oops. About all the dogs here. Don't worry about that. There's also a cat. There's also a cat and a parrot. But just don't worry about that. Now, the thing I did here was that I actually sold ramen noodles inside this shop. So customers would sit here, pay 1 diamond for unlimited servings of ramen noodles, and yeah, and when they leave, they have to pay again if they want to come back. Now, here's a chest with all the mushroom stew because ramen noodles don't exist in mine. Also, at first, I tried to make this thing a sort of dock base underwater, but it didn't turn out quite well. So, in order to make your restaurant thing, first you need to know how to make every single individual part. Now, the first step was the ramen banner. Now, this time I've disabled my resource pack so that this will actually start to look normal. Now, the way you do this is you need 1 white dye, 2 black dye, 3 dye of the color of the banner, and in this example I'll be using pink banners, just like this, to make this kind of banner. Now, here's how you do it. First, you use your loom, you put the banner inside there, and then the first thing you do is you put 1 piece of black dye. With that black dye, you need to use the Black Bend Sinister pattern first. Second, you need to use the pink dye to do that X mark one, this one, which is pink saltire. Now, then you use the white dye to make the dot in the middle. This dot in the middle will be the rice. That we will be using here, which is the right roundo. Now, you have to use the black dye again to make this pattern, which is the Black Pearl Fest inverted. Then you need to use it again with the pink dye, and then you need to do this pattern, which is pink border indented. And now the final step here is to put the bottom part to hide away everything else. And there you have it. Here is your little ramen noodle rice banner. Now, the next thing you need to know how to do is a kind of structure that looks like this. Now, I made a larger scale edition of this inside my survival server, and this is actually kind of simple to make. Now, the first thing you're gonna need is place down some scaffolding just for ease of use, unless you don't know how to use scaffolding. Now, on each side you need to place 5 of these, which makes, whoops, I'm actually kind of short. 5 like that, and then you take these down. You go 1, 2, 3, 3 blocks away, and then you do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the next thing you gotta do is place 1 slab on the top of this first pillar, and then place another slab on the top of this pillar. Then you do some sort of pattern like this, and you make it 3 blocks wide so that it fits with the bottom one. Ouch. First I gotta finish off this. Let me take this out. Here. Okay, and now here comes the trickier part. Now what you have to do is do something like this. Take out this block, this slab right there. Oh, there it is. Ouch. Now, once you've done that, you have one of the edges for your weird shape thing, I guess. Now, you do that again on the other side. Whoops. You do it again on the other side, just like that. You can now get rid of these blocks, these slabs. And now you can cover that back up. And now you're done with the top parts. You're done with the top part. Now the bottom part is actually kind of easier. Now, here's what you gotta do. First, you need to make a line in between these two. Now, this is actually kind of hard. This is the hardest part of the entire build. So now I'm just gonna put a couple of scaffoldings here, put that there, go down here, ouch. Grab all of these back again, and now you can finish this off, put one slab there on that side, another one over here, whoops, I'll take that back, there, 1, 2, 3. It seems like I've run out of materials. I'll be right back. Okay, so we just had some technical difficulties. So I'm really sorry, but I haven't practiced this. So once you're done with that, you should end up with a shape that looks like this. Or you can make the middle larger by putting this kind of big gap, that one block gap. Now, this part is the hardest part to make. Now, all you need is these materials. The scaffoldings are optional, you don't really need that. And now you gotta find a place to build this. Oh, I can't seem to find a good spot here. I'm gonna have to, like, go over here. Alright, so, now the first thing you want to do is place 4 scaffoldings, place 4 fences on one side, and then do that on the same other sides, wherever you want to make your sort of house thing. Whoops. So now you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you gotta do the same on all the other sides. Now, since I couldn't find a flat space to do this, I'm gonna have to shorten out the materials a tiny bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Gonna go, nope, right around here. Put this down. Oops. And it, whoops. And now I should be able to place this on top. Now, this part is the part where people are actually going to eat, which means that this part can vary in size. You don't have to make it this size exactly. It's just it varies. You can make it your own size. But what you have to remember is that no matter what, you're always gonna have some sort of square shape. Now, right in the middle here, I'm gonna put another one. Nope, that's a bit off. And now on the other side, you should do the same thing. Now, if you don't know what I'm trying to do here, I'll fill you in a moment. Now, what I'm trying to do here is trying to make a sort of, oops. I'm trying to make some sort of weird, I don't know why I keep saying weird all the time. What I'm trying to do here is that part over here with the 2 other fences and the lanterns. So, yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'll skip the building process. So now, what you should get right now is something that looks a tiny bit like this. Now, this roof part is a bit expensive, and you need to remember to leave a bit of an overhang at the edge, just so, yeah, just for decoration. And also, don't use torches on this kind of build. Because on every type of build where you don't need torches, because torches will probably just ruin the atmosphere, you use lanterns instead. And I'm not talking about normal lanterns. I'm not talking about sea lanterns. I'm talking about normal lanterns, like these things. And also the wood, you can use whatever type of wood you want. And now the next part is going to be the chairs. As you know, inside a restaurant, you need chairs if you want to make it if you want people to get inside the restaurant and sit down and eat your food. Now, what I have here is a debug stick. I've mentioned in a previous video how to use these things. So first, I'm gonna show you what to do with these. The first thing you gotta do is first you run this command slash set block squiggly space squiggly space squiggly Minecraft whoops um piston underscore head, and you should get this. Now you might notice it's pushing towards the side, and this is exactly what the debug stick is here for. So what you have to do is you wait. Oh wait. You need to remember you need to be in creative mode for this. Type normal facing. Gonna put that up. So now you have a little table-like thing. Now, as I demonstrated here, you can make a tiny four-person table here with only one bowl of ramen. I mean, that's kind of inconvenient, but sure. Now, if I set my game mode back to survival mode, you'd notice that over here I have another design. Now, the design that I'm using right now is this one. And the reason why I use it well, actually, it's not exactly this one. I had more trapdoors in the back here. The reason I used this design was because I was running out of ideas. And I decided this would actually be a good look. Now, the way you do this is, whoops, you place down a set of stairs, this and this, and then you place two trapdoors on the side. Now, this part you already know how to make. The second part is you place this on one side and this on the other, and now right in the middle you place one trapdoor on this side, one on this side, and then you close both of these trapdoors. You shift, and then you place down these two slabs. What this is going to do is give you a sort of chair-like thing, the sort of double chair-like thing, with a tiny double chair-like thing. Now, instead of using stairs, you can also use beds, which you can do that using the debug stick. Yet again, you could just do this. Remember, you have to be in creative mode. So if you're using cheats, you can't do this. Whoops. You do this, you left click it, select to part, and then you do and then you right click it to make part to foot, which makes a bed that's, well, a chair in a way. So now that you have these, you can use these instead of chairs, like actual chairs, for your Minecraft build. Or there's an even easier way of doing this. You could just yeah, actually, never mind. Never mind. Actually, wait. Oh, okay, this is what I was going for. What you can also do is you can make a chair. You can make a chair using one part of a bed, the bottom part of a bed, and whoops, and then you can whoops break whoops you can do something like that. Now back to survival mode. The next thing you can do is this, which I just thought of myself. You place down an anvil right in the middle. This is where our table is going to be. Place 2 stairs down like this. Two yeah, 2 trapdoors on the ground, just so they look like matching chairs. 2 trapdoors on each side of the back. Whoops. I should have brought an actor. Like this, like so, and like this. And you have your lovely little seating arrangements. This could be perfect for romantic restaurants, builds in Minecraft. I just thought of this idea up a moment ago. Now, the very last thing that we need to remember is that you can place item frames on the top of blocks. Many of you might not have known this, but since Minecraft 1.13 Java Edition, you could do that. So that means that inside the shulker box we have a lot of mushroom stew. I'm gonna eat one of these for a minute. Now you can grab these, you can place these 2 item frames, put these inside, turn them around towards the chair, and now you can grab the rest of these, and you can do the same thing to practically anything. You just have to shift click on blocks like this. I'm gonna put my empty bowl in here. Now, the next thing we're gonna have to do is kind of expensive if you don't have a lot of wool. It's this. This is a tree, but more importantly, this is a pink tree. I'm using birch logs because they look the most like well, cherry blossom trees. I have no idea how they're called. And yeah, I guess. So the first thing we gotta do is place. Whoops! Oh my god! I probably should have brought tools with me. The first thing you gotta do is place 6 blocks of wood. You can place more, you can place less, but just 6 to start off with. And then you need to place 1 block of wool, just like that, and then place another one on the side, just like I just showed you. And you should have something that looks like this. Now, what we need you to do is fill all of that up and make a platform that's 5 by 5 with the tree log in the middle. Like this. Whoops. Now, once you have that, you can go up here, build across, and then you need to do this. First, you take off 1 corner and another corner, and trust me, I'll tell you what this is for in a moment. Now, as you know, a tree has a strange structure according to blocks, which means that trees, when they're generated, they have this weird feeling. Oh no, I messed something up. Whoops. I need to go down here, place this and this, like so. And now the final part of the tree. Place these 4 blocks down, and I just ran out of resources again. So, what you should end up with is a tree that looks a little bit like this. Now, just for more clarity, I'm gonna show you what I mean. You should, whoops, something happened here. You should get a tree that has 1 corner that looks like this, Whoops. Another corner that looks like this. Another corner that looks like this, and a corner that just didn't change. Just a normal corner. At the top of the tree, though, here, I'm gonna go up here. You should get one corner of the tree that looks like this. There's a block sticking towards the outside. It doesn't matter what side it is, but just you need that one block sticking out of the top of the tree. Now, the last thing I want to show you is that instead of using torches for your builds, you gotta use lanterns instead. Just like this chest full of lanterns, you use lanterns instead. So, you can't use too many, but you can't use too little. You need to only use lanterns, but you can't put way too many like I'm doing right now. You can't do this kind of setup for your Minecraft. Oh, I have 3 lanterns. I'm going to place those. Now, there are 2 last things I need you to remember when you're building your ramen shop thing. The first one is that in every single Asian style restaurant there is always a potted bamboo. Make sure to add that into it. It's really simple, really. You just wait, what? Okay. It's really simple, really. You just grab a flower pot, you make a flower pot, and then you place it anywhere you want, and then you put a bamboo on it. But there's an even better idea is to place that bamboo on top of a scaffolding just to make it look good. The second thing is paper lanterns. I need you to remember that these are really easy to make. It's just one piece of any color stained glass with a lantern underneath. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and it's starting to get to it. So bye.